We're recording?
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with another podcast episode today. I'm here with Alex.
Hi.
Hello, Alex. So yeah, Alex is a good friend of mine.
No, I've known you since, second grade, first
Oh
grade?
yeah, it's been a long time, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But, dude, I guess, we tried recording a coffee video,
Yeah.
the 2020 coffee review, and unfortunately there was some technical difficulties, and did not go. It was not finalized.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing day.
It was, yeah. I mean, we went to, 5 different places.
Yeah, 4 or
And
5.
the best one of all was the one that was at the San Pedro Market Square, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Get this, I didn't tell you. So I went to one of my favorite, even though that wasn't the best coffee, one of my favorite coffee shops to go to is this place called, what's the first one we went to with the breakfast burrito? iJava Cafe. So iJava Cafe has 2 locations, and I went to the location that's closer to here, and I met the owner.
Oh, you did?
First time, yeah. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, man, you got the best breakfast burrito that I've ever had. And that's saying a lot because breakfast burritos are like,
They're
breakfast burritos.
They're breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I want to start getting into the breakfast burrito game. Start making my own, but
yeah, I was gonna.
What do you prefer in a breakfast burrito?
What do I want to? You gotta have eggs. You gotta have potatoes. You gotta have like bacon, cheese. Some salsa, avocado, and then with the nice toasty tortilla, and that's like the best breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Right
do you do double wrap, like 2 tortillas or 1 tortilla?
So when I go to Chipotle, I always get double wrapped. I'm like, it's free food, right? And the tortillas there are pretty awesome. However, if I'm wherever I get the breakfast burrito from, it's like if they double wrap it, they do. If they don't, they don't.
So, Alex, so you're headed back to Colorado for college.
Yeah.
And I'm going with you.
And you're going with
I'm going with you. Not for college, but just for fun. So that's going to be good. But maybe we'll definitely try to do something like, maybe try to do the coffee review again or something, or like barbecue or something.
Oh yeah, dude.
We'll do something. But, I'm excited. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to all the best places in town. There's a few coffee shops. I haven't been to too many in Colorado Springs. I've been to 1 or 2 because there are some cool coffee shops in town. But Colorado, so Texas places like Texas and Kansas are very well known for the barbecue.
Yeah.
And there's this one place in town that I'm gonna take you to, and it's like if you've never been to a real barbecue place, you walk in, you tell them how much meat you want, put it on the plate right there. They wait in front of you. That's gonna be
it's like a butcher shop, but
it's like a butcher shop, but for barbecue.
But they cook it.
Yeah, you're like say I want I want a pound of the brisket. I want half a rack of ribs. I want 5 sausages and a baked potato, and and they call it back. Brisket 5, half rack potato, and throw it on with some bread or something, and then oh my god, it's just the best. And they got the sweet tea they have there too is out of this world. It's some of the best sweet tea I've ever had.
So do they have like barbecue sauce?
Yes, they have 2 types of barbecue sauce.
They got spicy barbecue sauce.
They have the one, I forget exactly what it's called. It's like one is like the more manlier one is what they say or something like that. It's something to do with the brand, and one's like the manly one, one's the little barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And the difference is essentially the one that's spicier has more vinegar in it. The other one is just a less vinegar, but they're both good. I actually bought a bottle of their barbecue sauce at one point, and I bought the one that had less vinegar in it. But whenever it's just to use at my place all the time, But then if you're at the restaurant, you go for the one that with the vinegar. You always want, at least me anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like because I know we've been flown around the idea beer bread and brisket.
Yeah.
What do you? Because I think it's a really good idea to have in the morning, because when you have a business that's exclusively a lunch and dinner, you could try breakfast just feels like such a different part of the day than lunch and dinner food. The food is just it feels like a lot different.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to have a restaurant that, because most restaurants are open up at night for like dinner or, lunch and dinner. But I think it's a good idea to have like the cafe in the morning, like turn your restaurant into like a cafe or
Yes.
something in the morning, and then like you can switch it over into like
Yeah.
the normal restaurant. I think that.
Yeah, well, so the one that I got, the one that I'm gonna take you to, that's in my town is in the morning times they actually do offer a breakfast burrito, which I haven't tried yet.
Oh.
And then they probably I don't know, those people probably get there like 3 o'clock in the morning every day.
Oh yeah.
Start up the fires, they throw the briskets on all the barbecue food, and then they offer the breakfast burritos, and then by the time it's I don't know what time, 4 or 5 o'clock, they start serving the brisket, and then they're open till 10.
Yeah.
They close down and do the whole thing again. The thing is, though, I do not know how they've been operating with the COVID and how that situation is going on over there, but I imagine it's one of the most popular restaurants in town. I can't imagine they wouldn't be in service.
No, yeah, it's probably.
And they have
it is already tough running a restaurant as it is. So
yeah, and they do have plenty of outdoor seating. It's actually pretty cool. They have this thing where it's like in their outdoor area, they have garage doors, and like so when they want it to be indoor, they put the garage doors down. They want it to be outdoor, they take the garage doors out.
Oh, okay, that's pretty sick.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
So yeah, all we just have to do, is just figure out how to make some good bread, and figure out how to make brisket.
Beer, bread, and brisket. I'm
and good beer, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna patent the idea. So don't take that's our name. So don't take that name. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. But
we need to I feel sometimes I think I'm like I just would like be an apprentice to somebody and like learn how to bake bread or properly or like learn how to cook some brisket or like I don't know, go work somewhere that is like that would like a barbecue place and then they teach me.
I think that'd be a really cool idea. I think the majority of the barbecue places in San Jose like this, what do you say, the Armadillo Willie's is garbage. It's not garbage because they have bad barbecue. I used to go there all the time as a kid. I'll tell you why it's bad barbecue is because you go to that place, you're paying $24-$25 for
expensive,
for a pound of brisket. You go into this place that I'm telling you about in Colorado, $8. It's like I think it's about $16 for a pound of brisket, which is $10. It's like once you get anything, it's like that's like the most I would pay for something like that. Because like. Let's say the price of the meat, buying it from the butcher is, $12 a pound. And then, they got to mark up their margins aren't a ton, but they're selling so much product that they're, it's a cash cow, that place.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably hard work.
Oh yeah, no, they have a t-shirt there. It says something like, I didn't get to the top of the food chain to eat salads or something like that.
Isn't it crazy that like something as simple as like barbecuing and just like food in general, like people put so much work into something, so like it's not simple as barbecue, and like I guess what I'm saying is just like people build lives off of like very just like simple things.
Yeah.
Like, and you put like so much work into like something even as simple as like baking bread, or like people just dedicate their lives to that, and it's just like put so much time into it, and it's so delicious though.
Yeah. I mean, my grandfather used to be a pastry chef, and he worked at one of the top restaurants in like a, what do you say, in this hotel in San Francisco. If you said the name, I could tell you what it is.
I can't remember.
And I mean, he had he had a passion for that. It's the most baking that I've ever had is what I do. I'm really not much of a baker, but I like to cook. I like to barbecue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to get a smoker yet, but
yeah, I need to start.
It's fun to cook.
Start working on the smoker.
And then you get to eat the food, and then it's.
Have you seen? There's the video of Mark Zuckerberg like smoking ribs.
Yeah, I think I have.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, he's like running in and out of his house or something.
Dude, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I mean he has
crazy man.
Pardon, he has a lot of really interesting hobbies. I heard there was a time for a year or 9 months or something, he took up a challenge where he only ate food that he hunted and killed himself and like skinned and did all that himself. Being wild pigs, birds, fish, things like that.
Dude, just imagine him running around like Palo Alto.
Yeah, in the hills, in the California hills,
No, but
with a bow and arrow or a gun or something. He's like, yeah, man, I started Facebook. Boom, shakalaka. That's going to be my dinner now.
Mark Zuckerberg's a very weird man.
Yeah, he is quite the... You've seen the movie The Social Network?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal. I actually just recently rewatched it not too long ago. Dakota Johnson's in that movie. She's my favorite actress.
Oh, is she the girlfriend?
She's this... No, she's not the girlfriend.
Oh, is she the attorney? I have no idea.
There's a scene where there's this guy, I do not remember his name, but he started a website called it's
the
just,
rival one.
No, it's not a rival one, but it's just slipping my mind. But it was essentially Jamster, something like that.
He's the
Jamster or something.
It was Justin Timberlake.
Was it Justin Timberlake? It was Justin Timberlake, right? It looked like him, but I didn't know it was actually him.
It was Justin
Timberlake. That guy, the guy who did the Jamster thing.
Yeah.
And it was like a website for free music, which I remember back in the day, I used to go on bmp3.com. Yeah. And that used to be my thing, but whatever, this Jamster thing, it was the first thing of its kind where you could go online and get free, download everything free music. Yeah. And whatever. I mean, it was whatever, the guy got sued and all this stuff or whatever, and then he made all his money back and more with the Facebook, according to the movie anyway. But in the first time they introduced that character in the movie, he's like, Dakota Johnson is in the room, and
it's the girl. Okay, yeah, the girl that he slept with.
Yeah, with the Stanford underwear on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But that reminds me. Remember back in the day, because I mean we've dabbled around with just like making stuff in general. Like
yes.
I remember you had a thing where you were like making beats at one point.
Was I?
Yeah, when you were, I think we were definitely in elementary school.
Well, no way. We must have been at least in middle school. That's ridiculous.
You think?
Was I making beats in elementary school?
Maybe we were in middle school.
5th or 6th
No, we're
grade.
probably in middle school then.
Yeah.
But I just remember you being like, you scrolling through YouTube and you're like, dude, check out all these people making beats. Like they get, like, look at all the views they get. Like, this is easy views. I can make beats like this.
Yeah.
And you started like, it was I think a beat maker by like Beats, the brand.
Okay.
And you were making beats, and I started making beats as well for like, I think I did it for like a night or two. I made like a few beats.
Interesting.
But I can't even remember. Actually, I had a phase where I was like messing around with Audacity. I don't know why. Yeah,
I definitely remember downloading that one Fruity Loops. I definitely remember trying to mess around with Fruity Loops. But everything that I was using, I wasn't the most super. I was intelligent in different ways, but I wasn't the most adaptive to learning a program and a whole science of making music and all that on a program like that. So
it was a pretty easy, like it was a pretty straightforward program. But
I had like Beat or whatever, but like I couldn't
no,
make
we're
a
not
program like
we're
that.
not musicians, we're not musicians.
Well, I know you got your Jiggly Jew or whatever it's called.
My didgeridoo.
Yes, didgeridoo.
I can hit exactly two notes on that thing.
Yeah, no, we need to get like 5 different didgeridoos of different like sizes, and then we put them together, and it's like you got an orchestra going on, right?
I guess.
Yeah, so.
But do you remember we had a few ideas. We had but like our thing was like when we were young is that like we were just trying shit out, like
exactly.
we weren't really like we weren't committed to like one thing. Like obviously we made the longboard videos, which I think was our most committed thing that we did, but that was for like a few months.
Probably. I mean, I remember when I got the app on my phone, it was a YouTube app, and it was like you could just record the videos and upload it directly from the app.
Yeah.
And that was like the coolest thing because it took like no effort. It took very little effort. Mm-hmm. I mean, then we just started throwing them out there. Every single time you could make a video about something. Yeah,
for some reason we never really got we never really got we had cameras, I guess, like on our phones, and because that's what you use to record, right? But
correct.
We never had we never were thinking about like getting an actual camera and like trying to do that. Yeah. Unless were you, I don't know. Did you ever think about that?
Probably. It was like, but there wasn't really much of a reason to because, we had these, cameras on our phones and that worked just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been if the channel really escalated, then I would have gone forward with that.
But
And,
we were we're in middle school.
yeah,
so,
and
like,
over time it did accumulate quite a few views.
Yeah.
But our action videos weren't, the ones of us going down the hills and bombing and sliding and this and that didn't really, we weren't too adept in doing that. So I think that would have been where the channel would have taken off quite a bit more. But our reviews were great because we had that down to a science, knowing everything about the board, knowing what to say, and this and that.
Yeah, reviews in general do really well on reviews about anything on YouTube do really well.
Yeah.
So that's always. But we also had remember Sad Bro Productions or Sad Face. I think it was one of those.
Now that you're saying that, I do absolutely do, but I have no idea what was that.
We didn't make anything for it.
Oh, we didn't.
It was just the idea. I think it was gonna be we're probably gonna do we were doing comedy or something.
Interesting.
But I think and then we had Mason doing Mr. Edumacation.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
It rings a bell, but I mean,
Mason would just sit. The thing was, Mason would just sit at a computer, or you just sit, and he just would rant on about complete bullshit science.
Okay.
Just science facts. And I think we did one episode, but I don't know I don't know if we actually recorded it, but we were dying laughing, and he was talking about lava and I can't remember what he was talking about, but that was it, Mr. Edumacation. And that was our genius idea for him. And it was very funny, but yeah, we had I remember you guys were working on I think an intro for it too, and it was an entire 3D model of sad face productions or whatever.
I think I remember that part.
Do you remember that part?
I do. I remember making the thing in the 3D program or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's funny. I do remember that.
I was like, dang, that was pretty good because I wouldn't know how to make. I mean, I could make something. I can make a 3D model now.
If we tried to now.
If I tried to, I could. But I don't know how. I don't know how you did it. How you did it back then.
Yeah.
What do you use?
I mean, I don't remember the name of the program exactly.
It was probably pirated.
Probably was pirated. Maybe not. Who knows? There could have been a free trial or something. Regardless, whatever it was, we probably weren't, like I was saying, we probably weren't too adept in knowing how to do that.
Oh yeah, no. But yeah, that was, and of course our series of videos that we made all in one night at Evan's house.
Yes, those were the best of all. Those are in the Hall of Fame.
Dude, how come we had so many good ideas in one night?
I don't know. You should ask.
We had a Hot Pocket idea, going to the fridge and getting Hot Pockets, 3-second yoga, before even Vine or anything.
That's right. That's true.
Dude.
I mean, I don't know. Ask the Wright brothers.
Maybe we should we should bring back 3-second yoga and do it on TikTok.
We could. That's a good idea.
It probably would do pretty well.
You know what we should do is just take those videos and post them directly to TikTok.
Dude, no, or we should recreate them and then post them to TikTok.
We should do both. We should do now.
Actually,
that
might be. I don't know. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just do it right now. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but we'll ask Evan. We'll ask Evan. See what he thinks. But but anyways, but yeah, you're going back to college. You're gonna be a junior. No.
Yes, I am.
So how do you feel?
Technically, I'm a junior because I've been there for 3 years. However, I'm a year behind because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to major in right when I got there. So, it's gonna be another 3 years exactly from this semester if I stay on track, which I should be or less. Most likely going to be 3 years, 6 semesters from now that I graduate. And I mean, when I first got there, I didn't know what I wanted to major in. I was mechanical engineering, and I was a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then taking other classes. I took a psychology class. I took intro to psychology. I took a philosophy class. I took several other classes.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, I took an energy science class 2 semesters ago. So anyway, bottom line, I wasn't on track to graduate in 4 years for exactly whatever I wanted. But now I'm, picked business marketing. I'm sticking with business marketing, and
Yeah,
that's the
that's
plan.
cool. How have you, like, how's it been? Because for some people, moving right out of high school to like especially out of state, but to like a 4 year, like that's a pretty big move.
Yeah.
How, like, was it just like you felt like you were like pretty ready for it, or like you just wanted to get out, or?
Yeah, I didn't really. It didn't really bother. The idea of leaving home didn't really bother me too much. I guess I needed a change. I mean, I remember the day that my dad dropped me off, and he's like, "All right, I'm going back to California now." And like, I remember saying goodbye to him, giving him a hug, and then I was like, pardon me.
Yeah.
I remember saying goodbye to him, giving him a hug, and then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the gym now," because they had this gym, and I hadn't been to a gym, and I don't even know if I'd been to a gym at that point. Yeah, because I was just doing like cardio and stuff around the neighborhood, and and other things. But I had been going, yeah, because I hadn't gone to a gym in like at least a year at that point. And anyway, so then I was like, all right, I'm going to the gym, and pretty much from that point on, that was sort of like the start of, not the start of my fitness journey, but the start of my journey in weightlifting in the gym, really, for the last, year and a half, 2 years now. Although, this summer it's definitely been a lot more difficult to keep that going.
I mean, it's off and on.
Yeah, because coronavirus, I don't have access to going to a gym. I do have some garage weights, and I do go on runs and stuff, but it's definitely been a dip in my overall weightlifting career. But that's not gonna put a damper on or a stop as soon as I get back.
Of course, dude.
Dude,
you're gonna come back to the gym. You're gonna be stronger than you thought you were.
Exactly. That's it's like when you take a it's because like when you take a break from the gym and working out all this stuff, but bigger than that, when you take a diet break and you all like when all you're feeding your body is chicken and rice and meat and sweet potatoes and salads and all this shit, and then you take a break from that and you just eat whatever you want, and then you go back to eating the healthy food, your body's going to respond a lot better to the healthy food because it shocks your body back into, it's like when you're just eating the healthy food and your body is sort of like relaxed eating it. It's not like, it's going to have the same,
just different stimulus. You're just like switching it up. So giving your body more reason to adapt pretty much.
Correct. I mean, yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, because like I know a lot of people who like left for a 4 year or even left for community college, and they just weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
And I mean I guess it's just everybody just matures different rates, but it seemed like you seem pretty fine going into it, but you're also pretty like mentally stable, at least right now, like person, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I can sort of survive whatever, I mean, that's the way I've always felt, God willing. You just got to get in your routine and go into classes, and you got to make friends and this and that, because especially when you go so far away, and I don't really know a single person from my hometown who went to the same college as me.
Yeah.
Unless you do.
No, I don't.
No, I know. I was gonna say unless you end up going to my college.
Oh yeah, but, unless I do.
But I'll try. I'm gonna do my best to show you the good, all the good of my college.
Of course.
But yeah, you guys just got to get in a routine and get your life, live your life as if you would, at any time. Like just.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason. I don't really, I guess some people get homesick, but I mean, I have a lot of aspirations to travel the world, and I mean, if I can't even, create a new home somewhere else that's in a stable situation, then there's no way that I'd be able to travel the world and live out of a backpack or something.
Something as if were you did you have any expectations going into college? Like, were you disappointed, or were you like by like the environment?
What exactly do you mean?
Well, like were you expecting people? Because sometimes I hear people say just like college is just like high school, but like with people who are just like a little bit older. Like, did it feel like that?
No. So yes and no. I mean, so what I'm gonna say is that there are quite a few. There's lots of different types of people at college, but you could really break them down into two or three main groups. Really, two main groups. There's people who go to college as a continuation of high school and like to party, and sort of just don't show up to classes, and that there's people for it's a continuation of high school. And then there's the people that are going to college to go to college to get their degree and to learn and to be higher education, this and that, and so it's.
People definitely take it more seriously in college.
Absolutely. So yes and no. It just depends on the type of people you surround yourself with. I ended up going to the gym a lot, so I like to surround myself with people who are athletic and also studious, but aren't the ones who are going. You don't know if you're majoring in mechanical engineering or something, or nurses I'm or something.
But I mean, it's going to be a science.
Yeah, I mean, I can be. I think I'm a very studious person, but I don't know how I would hold up to somebody who's majoring in nursing or something, mechanical engineering or whatever it is.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I know for sure just from. I mean, I don't know how big the changes from community college to 4-year college is. Probably pretty much the same, but I don't know. I was just wondering because I know a lot of people have like more expectations of like, I don't know, just like a more, not like. I guess I have no idea what I was saying.
Yeah, no, I mean.
I don't know.
I didn't start off going to a 2-year community or whatever it is, but I did, just based off what I know about the differences between the two. I would think that some of the big differences would be that, like what I was saying, a lot of people probably go to community as like a continuation of high school, right? I'm sure there's quite a few people that are like that. And
like, what do you mean? Like, what do you... continuation,
like they're sort of just going to college, they don't really know exactly what.
Okay.
There's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that don't know exactly what they're doing, but there's a lot of people who are going to community
just to like try, just to like suss things out,
like
just to see like if they if that's what they want.
Here's what I'll say is that going to a 4-year versus going to community is sort of like here's
it feels like more of a commitment.
That's who. Well, it's like the higher up you get in education, it's like you're getting more and more with the cream of the crop, right? You rise with the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
If you go to somebody who doesn't finish high school is going to be less except with exceptions to people like, I don't know, somebody who dropped out of high school and made millions of dollars, but somebody who drops out of high school is going to make less money than somebody who went to community, is going to make less money than somebody who went to a 4-year to a 7-year to a 10-year and so on and so forth. The person who goes to college for 10 years, the first day he gets out is going to make $1 million versus the person who went for 2 years is going to make, $5.
Well, yeah, generally speaking. But yeah, would you say that your overall like high school experience, like how would you rate your overall high school experience?
My high school experience,
better than college or worse than college?
I mean, I can't really if the two. I mean, I had a lot of fun times in high school, but I mean, if I could go back and I would choose a different route, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I mean, I was given different circumstances where it was like I was sort of. I was going with the flow. I had some fun times in high school, but I think my college, so far what I've accomplished in my college career has definitely been a lot more, helpful towards my future than my high school.
A lot more noteworthy.
Yeah, well, not even noteworthy. Just the things I was doing in high school weren't necessarily helping me towards my future. Thank God I actually did well enough to get into a college.
Yeah, that's good.
It was like very close. But my academic career is a lot better now than it was then.
Yeah. What do you think? Because, I mean, I really want to move out as well. But, I mean, again, there's just there's patience.
Yeah.
And, that time will come. But what is it about, like, just being by yourself, living by yourself, that's just like completely different than when you are like living with your family?
Well, you got nobody telling you what to do. You don't really have many, you know, you gotta, you know, if you have roommates and you have a kitchen, you have to make sure that you do your dishes. Besides that, you know, and don't leave the toilet seat up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is essentially free game. You know, it's like nobody's gonna tell you, you know, when to go to bed, you know, this and that. Especially last year, it was really phenomenal. Really, you know, really both years, because my roommate,
Mm-hmm.
both the last 2 years, there wasn't really, you know, I was always asking me like, dude, am I being too loud? Am I playing loud music? And every single time, I was like, no, no, you know, it could have been you know, and there are a lot of times I walk out, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and my roommate's been like up all night. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? And I go out there to cook some food,
Of
whatever it is.
course.
You don't really get that same thing at home here. It's like you walk out at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, your dad's getting ready for work. It's like, what the hell are you doing out here? You've been up all night long. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're like tiptoeing around.
yeah, and they're like, yeah, man, I've been studying, I've been doing this and that, and you know, I guess it's just the, you know, the what do you say, the individualism, or the,
Mm-hmm.
you know, getting away from, you know, living under the roof of your parents. You know, you can do whatever you want. Not
Yeah.
saying to go out and jump off a bridge, but
Well, of course not. Hold on.
you know,
Yeah. Speaking of which, because I know you like to cook very
Okay.
late into the evening.
yes, I do.
What is your favorite thing to cook, like after hours?
After hours? Oh, that's a tough one.
Because you like,
fuck.
I've cooked meals. Like I've come home, like back pre-COVID and everything. Back when I was like school, you know, work and everything, and I'd come home at like 10. I like, oh man, I have to fucking make dinner, and like that's late to make dinner
Yes.
or anything. But like you'll get up at like 12 and like not
a
get up,
cheeseburger.
but and you'll just like make a whole ass meal.
Yeah.
Like that to me, like that feels like a lot of work. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a favorite thing to cook late at night. I'd suppose, you know, some of the best late night stacks. If I had to pick one thing for the best late night snack, like on average, I'd probably say like, you know, fried chicken. But like I don't really
Okay.
make fried chicken right now. Either fried chicken, a cheeseburger, maybe a veggie burger. You know, cereal occasionally. I'm not a huge cereal guy.
Dude, speaking of cereal, although cereal is pretty good. I think I showed you, but it's pretty expensive cereal, which I hope they get more popular so that their price of production goes down a little bit. But it's like this protein cereal, and it tastes so amazing. It's called Magic Spoon. It tastes so
Okay.
amazing, and it's got like 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of sugar in it. Like it's got really low sugar, and it's basically whey protein in the form of cereal. And yeah, it's got like 12 grams of like protein per like serving.
You know who makes
It's
a really
pretty
great
good.
protein cereal is K something. Kmart.
Okay, yeah.
What are they called? Special K.
Special K.
I haven't even tried it. Actually, I have tried it.
Is it soy protein?
I have no idea. I should know that too. I shouldn't recommend a protein unless I know exactly. Probably whey. I think probably whey. If
Is
it's
it whey?
You know, don't quote me on it. I don't know exactly.
Because I like to browse the cereal aisles like any normal American.
Of course.
And I don't want anything like too sugary, or even like too just like I don't want just like cornflakes or like Wheat Bix or whatever. Like
Those are like my two favorite cereals.
really.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean, cornflakes is good. Okay.
I like the plain cereals with like no extra sugar. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the ones with sugar. But I'm not,
Okay.
So, you know, one thing I'm sure you already know about me is that I don't eat much sugar
Yeah.
at
No,
all.
of course.
You know, really, I have like berries and, you know, maybe occasionally I have a cookie, but it's like day to day, I don't eat much sugar at
Yeah.
all.
I mean, I try to eat very minimal sugar as well, but like just because like cereal is like more like for me like a morning thing. Like, do you eat cereal in the morning usually, or like when do you?
So I eat oatmeal in the morning,
Okay.
you know, and like for a while I was putting just like brown sugar on it
Mm-hmm.
with like some coffee, but now I don't even do the brown sugar. And I've made it a few times with like blueberries, but you know, usually it's just plain, no, you know, oatmeal coffee. You know, this morning I actually made a really nice coffee with some nut milk and some Bailey's Irish cream.
How did you make the coffee?
I have a Mocha Express, you know, which is like the stovetop coffee
Okay.
maker. and that's how I make my coffee all the time. I don't drink coffee every day, but I'd probably drink it probably 5 days a week or something.
Yeah.
Which is really great because it shows that I'm really not addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, because I've been addicted to coffee and you start to get the headaches.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
And-
I just came off a couple days of like having coffee pretty consistently, and like yesterday, like the days that like I could feel it, that like I had coffee made the day before, and like my eyes are just like they're droopy a little bit, and I just like I slept pretty decently, but like didn't get like that deep sleep that just like restored me. So like the next day maybe I'm like not as cognitively sharp, but you know what I'll say is that I think is one of my new favorite forms of coffee. I like an iced Americano.
Okay.
Just like one shot of espresso, and it's just like you get the flavor of the espresso, but it's not like, because like when you get like cold brew, like it's a different form of like brewing coffee, right? Because
Right.
it's like it's a cold brew.
Yeah.
Like it's soaked overnight. So it's not like, yeah.
Americano's hot coffee directly onto ice.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't like coffee. So if I would never drink it. Well, maybe I'd drink if the Americano was really all that. But like, so here's two things about my
It's
coffee.
basically a shot of it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
an espresso, but yeah.
This is just me. Here's my thing about coffee.
Okay.
So I can drink weak coffee, but I don't really like weak coffee. I mean, if you make me a cup of coffee, it's got to be a really strong cup of coffee. Like I could go for some coffee right now and make some coffee right now. No, but I really like strong coffee.
I can make
number
you a cup
one.
of coffee after
Number
this if you
two,
want.
here's a big rule about coffee is you never want to drink a cold cup. If your coffee goes cold, that's like the saying, if the coffee goes cold, throw it out.
Yeah.
But I guess drinking Americano is a little different.
Well, yeah, ice. Like if at that point, if you're, yeah, like I like iced coffee. Like I like to switch it. I like hot coffee. I'd say I like hot coffee better than iced coffee. It just depends on like what type of day it is, because like if I'm really hot, I don't really feel like a hot drink, I'm gonna go for the iced coffee. That's just me personally, but I don't know. Like, what do you?
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I mean, if it's like 100 degrees outside and I have to be outside, I probably wouldn't drink the hot cup of coffee. But
You're a strong hot cup of
yeah,
coffee.
I'm a strong cup of coffee type of guy. But like, here's my thing about cold coffee. Then is, I mean, I guess like I was saying, if it's a really nice Americano, I'll drink the really nice Americano. However, every time that I've had hot coffee where you take it and you put it in ice or something, you put it in the fridge.
It's not as strong.
It's not even that it's not as strong. I don't like the taste of it for some reason, but I do like cold brew.
Okay.
And the other thing that's cool about cold brew is coffee has, what do you say, some, like the benefits in it, like what do you say?
The antioxidants.
Yeah, the antioxidants and all that.
Polyphenols.
When you make hot coffee,
flavonoids.
pardon, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
when you make hot coffee, it takes the majority of that stuff out. There's still some left, but it's not. When you make a cold brew, drip overnight or soak overnight or whatever it is, that it still retains all those healthy flavonoids and this and that to a much higher degree. For which were a while when I really started my drinking coffee again, I think it was like last either in January or October or something. Yeah, I think it might have been like this last October I started drinking coffee again. Yeah. And I started off with the cold brew. I was drinking a ton of cold brew all the time.
Do you make it yourself?
So I used to buy it. I used to buy it at Safeway. I'd buy the one.
They're in like gallons.
Yeah, I can't think of the name right now. But you said the name, I would know it. And then I've also had the cold brew from Trader Joe's. Makes a phenomenal
Really?
cold brew. Yeah.
Okay, I got a few things on cold brew. First, I have a cold brew thing that like you can make cold brew in. You just have to put in the ground coffees and let it soak and everything. Maybe I'll make some cold brew for you.
Okay.
Haven't used it in a while. The reason why I don't use it a lot is because it makes a lot.
Okay.
And I don't like drinking coffee every day because I don't know, I feel like it just fries me out real quick. But the other thing is I was saying is you've dabbled with it. Chocolate milk and coffee is
okay.
I think it's like
Probably.
I don't know why they're not doing it. And then I had the idea of why aren't somebody's probably tried this. Definitely tried this. Lattes with chocolate milk.
Yeah.
What's the deal? How come nobody's doing that?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, so I haven't tried the coffee with the chocolate milk, but I'll tell you what I've recently, because I went on this stint recently where I was really into the chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you guys ever had chocolate milk. Chocolate milk is like the nectar of the gods. That's what it is. Like that's I shouldn't even call it chocolate milk, because you just should read on the thing, nectar of the gods.
Yeah.
And I mean, this stuff is amazing. Like especially when you get it out of the fridge and it's like super cold.
And you're like, and like maybe you just like worked out or something.
Yeah.
Do you like drinking after you work out, or you just like just off the cuff?
You know, when I really, okay, if you got to tell me what one thing that I really like making really late at night is just a nice, you know, go to the fridge and you got that giant thing of the chocolate milk and you just go straight from the thing and it's just hitting the, you know, it's just like,
just hitting the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's just hitting the back of your throat and it's like really just cold and refreshing. Like, God, dude. It's phenomenal.
And then my next thought is, because do you think latte with chocolate milk would work? Like, do you think it froths the same?
Probably.
I mean, it's got to.
If anything,
I'm gonna have to look it up.
If anything, it's gonna froth better.
Probably. It's like more thick.
And then what you should really do is take the chocolate milk and do like 2 parts chocolate milk, 1 part heavy whipping cream, and then froth it. Do you have a coffee frother?
I think my dad has like the handheld one that goes. I think that your dad has. Yeah, that just the blue thing.
My dad has, because he has the Nespressos too.
Yeah.
He has 3 of the ones where it's like a cup and you pour it into the cup and then there's a thing at the bottom of the cup that spins.
Yeah.
He has 3 of them and he only uses 2 of them and he said he wanted to give me one, but I'm not really not much of a cappuccino guy, but I would drink. I actually love a cappuccino, but the thing is if I'm drinking coffee, but if I'm drinking coffee day to day, I drink the black coffee.
Yeah, of course. Like it makes you feel lighter.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's less like, it's no calories. It's just you're just getting the caffeine and the flavor and this and that.
Yeah. And yeah, also it's really good for whatever.
And fasting
as well. But
and lots of other things. Keto, you know, you can drink a coffee, but you can't drink a cappuccino.
Oh yeah. Then the next move is you got a lot of cold brew like bottled brands.
Okay.
And you got like the latte brand, and like people do like the cold lattes, whatever. Lots of sugar in it, like the Starbucks one. You've probably seen it.
Yeah, of course.
How come nobody's doing just like a cold brew with just a little bit of chocolate milk in it and like bottling that and selling that? How come? I mean, somebody probably is, but like,
well, there's that brand, the Rebel brand.
Yeah.
They have something similar to that.
Is it like a mocha? I mean, I guess I'm just talking to like mocha here, but
mocha. That's the difference, is they're not calling it chocolate milk, they're calling it mochas. But yeah, the Rebel brand that you've probably seen at like, you know, Whole Foods or something.
Is it good?
I've had it, you know, years ago. I think I tried it once or twice, right when it came out. It's probably very tasty, yeah. And they add in like, you know, like adaptogenic mushrooms or something like that. Yeah.
See, do you think mocha would sell more, or like chocolate milk with coffee would sell more? Chocolate milk cold brew would sell more.
You know, I think there would be a lot of haters calling it chocolate milk, mocha, chocolate milk cold brew. However, I think there would, but it would probably also open up a market for calling it something rather than mocha. You know, it's just like, you know, when you go to Starbucks,
because it's not exactly chocolate milk. A mocha isn't exactly chocolate. It's not chocolate milk.
No, it's like. So it's like when you go to Starbucks, you know, they got the tall, the venti, the grande, and all that stuff. You know, what is mocha? Mocha's just the Spanish term for saying chocolate, right? I don't know if that's right.
I don't know if I've ever had a mocha before.
Yeah.
What is in a mocha?
Well, mocha is chocolate. Now I'm like wondering, I don't want to like botch it. It's like Italian. It's either Italian or Spanish, or maybe it's just
probably something like that.
It's an old English Celtic
it's probably
word for
Italian.
Yeah.
Mocha's Italian, I think.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know what's in a mocha, I guess.
It's chocolate.
Yeah, I know, but chocolate latte?
The chocolate sauce, chocolate powder, chocolate cake.
I used to make mochas, ice mochas too at McDonald's.
Oh, that was right. You worked at McDonald's for a time, right?
Yeah. That was it was fun.
Yeah. I haven't
Not fun, actually.
Dude, yeah. No, I used to get the Frappuccinos from McDonald's.
They're
my God, they're
freaking good,
so
dude.
good. They probably have a ton of sugar in it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to know how they make up? Dude, it's so easy, dude.
They put ice cream.
No, they don't put ice cream in it,
I bet
but
they do. You're just saying that.
Dude, the way that they got it down at McDonald's, they just got machines that just do it so quickly for you. Like, if you've ever had a smoothie, probably shouldn't get a smoothie at McDonald's. You're like, it's hell. Don't get a smoothie
Like the
at
strawberry
McDonald's.
lemonade.
Yeah, I don't know. Strawberry banana like smoothie.
Yeah.
Basically, all it is you get a blender, like a cup or whatever. You stick it in this machine. You press a button, and it shoots out liquid, some ice, and it just blends it up. It's basically like a soda machine for smoothies.
Okay.
And that's like you press, and that's it right there, dude. And that's how you make it.
Yeah. What about the McFlurry? How do you make a McFlurry?
McFlurry, all you just do is you get some ice cream in the cup. You get like a scoop of Oreos or M&Ms, which I like the Oreo one personally. And then you bring it to this machine, basically like just a mixer machine, and it goes and it mixes it.
Machine, yeah.
And that's it.
I was watching this TikTok earlier from somebody who worked at Foster's Freezers, and they made I forget exactly. It was like some hot. It was like they made a ice cream and they put a glizzy in the center of the. yes, I did just say glizzy on your podcast. Yes, I did. Twice now.
See, I didn't know what a glizzy was like a week ago.
Okay. And tell me, how did you find out?
I was just on TikTok, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, what you could do anything these days. Have you seen the pool guy on TikTok?
I don't believe so.
There's a guy who just works for like a pool cleaning service, and he just cleans pools on TikTok, and he gets millions of hits.
That's interesting.
It's just like, dude, who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought? I mean, I don't know if he gets paid anything, but like, what's he gonna do if he just gets like so to the point where like TikTok is better than pool cleaning? Then he's the pool guy on TikTok. Does he just have to keep working at a pool?
Probably just has one pool. He'll just like go to the biggest pool in the world and just work at that pool, or all the coolest pools in the world, like the biggest infinity pool, and I don't know, stuff like that.
I don't know, dude. The cool TikTok. I don't know if I would like. I feel like a part of me wants to do TikTok, but another part of me just doesn't want anything to do with TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with doing TikTok. I mean, I guess it's just how much do you want to put your face on, an app where, unlike YouTube, where the algorithms on TikTok, there's a good chance that you're going to get something that's going to be, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people seeing it.
That is like for me right now, like, I'm not sure how good it would be for me to be like fairly well known right now. Like, what I mean by when I say that is, small following on YouTube, right? And like, maybe it's better if it's more of a process into like the late, like, takes more time, even though like right now I really want just like, you just really want people to see what you're making, right?
Yes.
But maybe it's better if it's just like more of a slow burn instead of just like instant fire. And then
yeah, I mean, what would be the difference? I mean, are you saying what you're doing now is more of a slow burn, or what? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, I guess right now, well, it's not like I have a choice, really.
What would you be doing? So tell me then, what would you be doing if it was the NBT, the next big thing?
Well, nothing. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing that I'm doing right now because it's just the things that I like to do. But I feel like it's just more of, I don't know, you just have like more of a solid base that way. Like, you have more people who are like there to see you instead of there just to see, what you're trying to, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Like, yeah, once you have a following like PewDiePie or something, the king of YouTube, he could do whatever he wanted to do, and people would still watch. He could, rate the flavor of the,
And this is
Twinkies.
exactly what I want to do, dude. Well, not rate flavors of Twinkies, but maybe.
Yeah, or whatever it may be, But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do that too. Just be like, yeah, he could become an art critic, and people would love him.
He'd be an art critic. Definitely. I don't know. I think that it's a hard space to be. because I mean, obviously, I mean, YouTube is just a hobby, and probably, and for a lot of people, TikTok is just like something fun that they do, and you probably shouldn't be like if you're really just like pushing it a lot and you're just like completely upset, like you're not gonna be fulfilled with what you make. Like for me, like YouTube is just like a creative outlet, I guess. And I don't know, it just makes me feel good to just like to make things. And I don't want that to be lost in like views or like subscribers or anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I don't know.
You want to do what you love, but you also want to do it well, right?
Yeah, of course. And it's just it's hard. It's just sometimes it's hard because like sometimes I feel like I make really good stuff. And I just and sometimes it's frustrating when it feels like nobody like appreciates it. Like sometimes you just want somebody like, yeah, I know, like you guys like friends appreciate it. But I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, it's different when like, I guess it's not really, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what are you saying?
What? Like
it's different
more
when
people,
friends appreciate it versus when the whole world is appreciating
not a whole world, but just like more people appreciated it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's selfish. Just wanting people to, is that fucking nice?
No, why would it be selfish? I mean, you know, I mean, that's just the goal of any YouTube channel.
I guess it's just like, if I put a lot of hard work into something, I want that hard work to like pay off with people enjoying it.
Exactly.
So that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who work, you know, long hours in this life and they accomplish nothing, and there's a lot of people who work, a few hours and they accomplish the world, and a lot in between.
Some wise words right there, Alex.
Who knows? I mean, keep going with this, you know, maybe I'll be on a YouTube channel that has 1 trillion views in a year from now.
Probably not, but I appreciate that a lot. I think we'll end it there, though.
Yeah.
You got any final words? Say to the beautiful people out there.
You know, keep rocking in the free world.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
For showing out. We are going to maybe I'll make you some coffee or something.
Cool. Peace out, YouTube.